Hello, my name is Valerie, and I am the dating diva. This whole thing started after a long relationship with a not so nice guy. So I set a goal, and I went on some dates. Did a little internet dating, did some dating through friends, and dear God, I met some freaks. You know, I'd gone out with this guy, met through friends, actually at a local birthday party, right? Friend of a friend, bunch of people there. And he seemed like a really nice guy. He seemed kind of intrigued with me. We were joking around, a little chemistry, and I didn't really think much of it. And a bunch of us exchanged numbers just as friends. Well, he started to text me. And after a month of texting, he finally asked me out. And he kept trying to get me to drive to him. He lived about an hour away. And honey, I don't drive to men. Men have to drive to me. So finally, he schedules this date. It's Friday night, and he actually picks a sushi place right near my house, which is my favorite place. And I was very impressed. We went Friday. We show up. We have an amazing dinner, great meal, great food, great conversation. He seems like a nice guy, and I thought, wow, this could actually be something. There could be something here between us. And then, as the evening progressed, he didn't want it to end, so he wanted to go get dessert. So we went to Old Town Pasadena, one of my favorite spots, and we went to get some dessert. And we were sitting in this restaurant, and we're talking, and he brings up the subject of the night when we went out. A bunch of friends, they were game playing and all this. He brings up the craziest thing you've ever done with a stranger. So of course, my curiosity's piqued. Naturally, I ask him the question, so what is the craziest thing you've ever done with a stranger? And he asked me, what's the craziest thing you've ever done? And I thought to myself, nothing that crazy. I don't do much with strangers. And then he proceeds to tell me, he's like, you won't tell anyone? And I thought, no, I guess not. And then he says to me, I went to a sex club with my friends, and I had sex in front of an audience with a woman who said she was 18, but she looked like she was 45. And I was sitting there, and I thought to myself, I must be hallucinating. Like, I just made this up. Like, I don't smoke pot, but dear God, like, did I seriously hallucinate this? Did I just eat some shrooms? Like, whatever dessert we were eating, what the heck just happened? Did he seriously just say this? And I was sitting there a little shell-shocked. Like, seriously, we're on a first date. We're like 3-4 hours in, like, oh my goodness. I was like, okay, all right, let's not overreact. Don't react. So then we walked down the street. It's about that time. It was getting late. He still wanted to hang out longer, and I was tired. I was ready to go home, bond with my pillow. My pillow and I need some great bonding time. We're walking down the street, and there are those women who sell the roses on the street. And as we're walking by, she kind of leans the roses to him, and then he basically says, no, I don't want any. He's like yelling at her, and I thought to myself, oh, this is great. I'm out with a guy who on the first date, instead of giving me or thinking about buying me a rose, is yelling at the woman who's selling them. Dear God. Thank God he didn't kiss me at the end of the night. Night ended. The next morning he's texting me, what did you do to me? You must have worked your magic on me. Oh my gosh, it was amazing, blah, blah, blah. So he's texting me over the course of the weekend, which is natural. And I kind of thought to myself, well, let me sit on this for a minute. I don't want to overreact. Maybe, because it was going really well until then. Conversation was great. So let me not be a prude. However, I thought to myself, even if he did this thing years ago, which I think is insane, he did this thing, I'm personally not comfortable with it. He told me on a first freaking date. Like, seriously? If anyone has any kind of judgment in their life, would you tell someone that on a first date? I don't think so. I thought to myself, if this guy was around my friends or family, he'd probably say all kinds of inappropriate things. So he was very insistent about wanting to hang out Monday. We'd gone out on Friday. Apparently by Sunday night, he had told his entire family about me. And then basically, and I didn't want to go Monday. I made it clear I didn't have the time, and he kept pushing it. And I was like, dear God, this is annoying. I'm not 12. I don't want to text all day. Like, this is not good. So Monday night, I had a conversation with him, and I said, I felt like I was breaking the guy's heart. I was like, I'm actually not really comfortable. Like, I don't feel like we should see each other anymore after one date. I feel like it's like a breakup conversation. And he was really upset. He's like, well, that sucks and blah, blah, blah. I was like, God, just, this is not for me. And then I hear from him a few days later. And he sends me a text message. It's like 3 messages long. He says to me, I get it. You got scared of a good thing. I'm willing to forgive that and give this another shot. So if you wanna, let's go. And I was like, oh my God. Seriously. I had a breakup conversation with you. I could have just sent you a text and say, look, dude, we're done. However, I chose to be nice, to be kind. And after that, he still thinks there's a shot. And I was like, wow. I sent him a reply. I said, no, thank you. I am not interested. And then an hour later, he responds and says, hey, what are you doing next Thursday? You want to go shooting? And I thought to myself, if I can shoot you, yes, I want to go shooting. I didn't respond though. And then another hour later, he sends me a message saying, haha, just effing with you. And I was like, oh my God, seriously. And the funny thing is, he's a cool guy, nice guy. Just didn't want to date him. Like, seriously, you're talking to me about having sex in front of an audience with a woman on a first date. Gentlemen, please, if you have crazy, insane stories, save them. For at least the third or fourth date in, give a girl a minute. Dear God, exercise good judgment. And one of the many stories by the Dating Diva. Oh my God, seriously.com. Check it out.